Hello everyone to another video. Today I'll be showcasing Gley's Erosion build. I'll talk a bit about public and private queue. So we'll go straight into her modules. So I've left this slot empty just to talk about it in a minute, but this is what I run. Personally I run Stim Accelerant, but you can run Battle of Stamina for a bit more duration. Increases it to about 9.8, so you're getting not that big of a difference. That's why I prefer Stim Accelerant, because it's only a 0.4 second increase. Now for this last bit, most people run Drive Shaft. I've kind of fallen out. I get it does increase a run, but having to spam roll constantly, even though you can run super fast with last Dagger just by hip firing, shooting and walking. I'll show a video of me doing that in a minute. What I could recommend to run here is stuff like safe recovery for incoming damage modifier, or HP recovery modifier, so like regenerative boost. That there's one more incoming damage modifier one, like victory, what gives quite a big boost. Yep, there's a lot you can play around with this slot. I will say it is up to you. Drive Shaft is the one that will make your runs quicker, but yeah, I may have it there sometimes, but sometimes I can't be asked to like roll purposely to trigger it. It is more to be there to be a luck thing, and like maybe you'll get it. But that's modules. We'll go to Last Dagger, the main boy. This is your public queue killer. So this is the cores and everything I run it, chill obviously, and then the substats, and these are the modules. I will say if you are someone who can really aim for the head as well, I would run rifling reinforcement here to increase your damage more on body hits than headshots. Otherwise you should use this. And now we'll go into Perforator. So Perforator you should only use when you're in a group team and you know what you're doing, really. That is what I will say about Perforator. You want like an Enzo and Lepic combination to use this. These are the cores I use. You do want that top fire rate to 20%. I'm just, as you know, I'm a bit lazy on erosions. I get what I need to do slowly. But this has been working perfectly fine for me, even with that fire rate penalty on there. These are the modules. I will say I run charge amplification. I don't feel a massive difference between concentration priority. But personally, I feel like it is slightly better. I might be wrong about that, but best bet is just to use priority instead of this one, because I'm still fiddling around with that. Chill circulation is another one you can switch out to other stuff. Consider the cooldown's 20 seconds, so it is going to proc now and then in a run, but not always. It does help on some. I would just run this, but if you're running anyone other than Gley and you want to use Perforator, like let's say you're playing Lepic or Enzo and you want to get some Perforator damage in, rock payouts, but I will say you do have to have good aim because you need to hit that weak point for the infinite ammo. Now Restored Relic is another public queue helper. If you have like no Glaze in your team using Restored Relic, you should be the one to use it, because those enemies will fuck you up, literally, because they won't be frozen through Last Dagger because you're only targeting one, so all the others are going to shoot you. So these are the cores I run on it, as you can tell, and then these are the substats, and then the modules are like this. I personally run Lethal Finish just for a bit more crit. I think with the Acrobat set you don't really need to run this. You can throw on Snowflake Conductor, or if you had an Enzo in your team anyway, use Snowflake Conductor instead of that. Now the reactor I use is cooldown duration. Just your normal, any element will do. It does not matter that it's non-attribute reactor. Just any will do. Now to come to the sets, I use Acrobat. Preferably you want max HP, and then everything to do with HP recovery and resistances. This is the set I'd run just for crit in there, but let's say you're public or you do have an Enzo in your team, Enzo in your team will help this anyway, like your restored Relic and Perforator will benefit of Acrobat and Enzo, not your last Dagger so much. So you should be running Polar Knight otherwise. If I can find it in my mess of an inventory, because I've been collecting all these. The Polar Knight, yep, same thing, you want max HP and the resistances and HP recovery, all of that. This is the better one I find over Volcanic, but Volcanic can be used as well on your Perforator and Last Dagger, but you'll mainly be using it for Last Dagger, as you'll be using this if you're with a team anyway. Polar Knight is second best, or it's really situational. Just figure out which one's nicer for you to use. And that's it. I will say Inversion's kind of free. The main one that matters is chill focus rounds for that extra damage. And then I use HP to get as much HP as you can. And then just more sprint speed I find is better, but you can also run more survivability through like resistance and or HP heightened sensory. Heightened sensory versus cellular simulation is kind of a tough one to pick. I'm testing out this. I think this one is better. I mean, it's every 30 seconds, whilst this one's every 25 seconds. But this one has a chance to heal more HP, so it's a gamble. And that's everything. I'll show you a video now of what it's like in action.